Hello everyone, welcome to the gold medal matchup for the 18U Tier 1 Championship Finals. It is the Tigers taking on the Cougars, and we are going to see how this one goes. Starting us off here, we're going to see Vidikin with a swing cross court. Passed up by Lacey Nickerson. Trevors from the right. Hodge setting up Broom, sharp cross, and that is going to score for the Tigers. Back to serve here is Rayfuse. Trevors with the pass. That ball's tipped over by McGregor. Broom from the right. Reardon saving the ball. Tip over in the middle. That ball out to Vidikin. There's a swing cross court from Bell. Vidikin down the line, and it is going to be a kill for the Tigers. Back to serve is Rayfuse. That ball passed up. Set to the right, Trevors with the swing. And that ball is picked up by Putnam. Free ball over. And there is a throw down from the middle for the Tigers. There's Rayfuse with the serve. That ball passed up, set to the left. Bell hitting high off of hands, and that is going to score. Back on the line, Trevors with the serve. That ball bumped over. There's McGregor with a big swing in the middle for the Cougars. And that ball is thrown over. And McGregor turning to one this time for the kill. Trevors with the jump serve. Broom with the roll shot down the line, picked up by Trevors. And there is some cover from Nickerson, but it looks like that ball hitting the antenna. That's going to be a Tigers point. Heading back to serve here is Talia Vidikin. Trevors with the first contact, Nickerson to Bell. Free ball put over. There's Reardon with a swing, but there's a big block from Putnam. That ball going to the Cougars. Heading back to serve here is Madison Ball. Jump float, that ball passed up by Hodge. And there's a big swing down the line, but that one is going to go out of bounds. Point going to the Cougars. Back to serve is Madison Ball. And it looks like that point is actually going to be awarded to the Tigers. Jump float. That ball passed up by Trevor, set out to the left. Nickerson looking for the free ball, but we are going to see a double contact call on that second set. That ball passed up, saved by Putnam, free ball over. And there's a big swing from Callan in the middle. Tigers up 7-4 here. Merrick with the serve. That ball passed up by Nickerson. She's going to swing high off of hands. It is picked up by Vidikin. Reardon cross court. Putnam to Nickerson. There's a big block from Callan. A huge save there from Putnam. And Callan hitting it into the deep corner of the court, and that is a rally here in this gold medal match. Merrick back to serve again. But before that happens, we are going to see a timeout called by the Cougars 18U side. Both teams back on the court. Tigers with the serve. That one is going to go into the top of the tape. Cougars point. There's a big serve from McGregor. That ball set to the back row. Vidikin with the roll shot. Putnam out left to Nickerson. Nickerson high off of hands. Rayfuse with the dig. Hodge out to the left. Reardon taking a tug on it. Free ball from Bell. Broom with the tip down the line, and that is going to score for the Tigers. Back to serve here is Megan Broom. That ball passed up by Ball. Putnam with the free ball over. And that free ball is going to score. A little miscommunication on the Tiger side. And back to serve here is Putnam. Float serve. Rayfuse with the chase down. And that free ball is put out of bounds by the Tiger as Cougars now just trailing by 2. Putnam heading back to serve. That ball is passed up by Vidikin. Callan in the middle. Nickerson with a great dig on that tip, and sneaking it through the blocker is Trevors. That ball out of bounds, point going to the Cougars. All tied up at 9s here. Putnam back to serve. Hodge with the pass. That ball set into the middle, and there is Grace Canlin with a kill. Back to serve, here is Hannah Reardon. That ball's passed up. Set to the right. Nickerson with the swing high off of hands. Rayfuse with the dig. Vidican looking to save that ball, and she sneaks it over the block. Nickerson down the line, picked up by Reardon. Vidican with the swing down the line, and that is going to score. Back to serve, here is Reardon. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Free ball over from Trevors. Rayfuse in the middle again, and she's unstoppable. There's Canlin. And back to serve, here's Reardon. That ball passed up, set to the left. Trevor is going for the middle of the court, and she finds it. There's a kill for the Cougars. Heading back to serve, here is Lacey Nickerson. Jump float. That one is going to float out of bounds. Point Tigers. Back to serve, here is Canlin. Jump float. And it is going to land inside the court in the seam. Service ace for the Tigers. Canlin back to serve. Jump float. That ball passed up by Nickerson. Putnam in the middle to Fortunato. Dug up by Reardon, and we are going to see a net violation called on the Tigers as well. That point going to the Cougars. Heading back to serve here now, Emma Fortunato. Float serve. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle. There's a big reach for that 30, and that is going to score. Tigers point once again with a quick side out. Rayfuse back to serve. Jump float. That ball is passed up by Nickerson. Set in the middle to McGregor, and that one is going to get rolled into the top of the tape. Point Tigers. Jump float from Rayfuse. Ball with the big swing. She's going to try and cover herself, but that ball going into the referee stand. And we are going to see a timeout called here by the Cougars side. Both teams back on the court. Folks, you are watching the Nova Scotia Championships Volleyball 2019 Weekend 1 here from the Canada Game Centre in Halifax, Nova Scotia. This is the 18U Girls Tier 1 gold medal match. Ball with the swing, picked up by Hodge. Reared in with an attack down the line. McGregor taking a swing at it, and it is going to go out of bounds. Back on the line serving is setter Erica Rayfuse. Jump float. Trevor is getting that ball up. Putnam with the save. Ball taking a tug at it. Hodge with a touch. But that is going to be a Cougars point. Back to serve here is Trevor's. Jump float. Hodge with the pass. Vidikin with a big swing, but an even bigger block from Ball and McGregor. Cougars points. Jump float from Trevor's, picked up by Hodge. Quick 30 in the middle, dug up by Trevor's. Ball with the swing high off of hands, and the Cougars score. And back to serve here is Trevor's. But before we see that happen, we're going to get a timeout called here by the Cougars side. And that is a tough serve there coming in from Trevor, is another service ace, bridging the gap here, 15 to 18. Trevor is back to serve again. Jump float. That ball's passed up by Reardon, set out left to Broom. Broom with a sharp cross shot, picked up by Ball, but no one there to get that second contact, and that is a side out for the Tigers. Back to serve here is Vidikin. Jump float, that ball's passed up by Nickerson. Putnam trying to chase it down, and that is going to be a service ace for the Tigers. And back to serve here is Vidikin. And that one is going to land inbounds, point going to the Tigers. Jump float from Vidikin. And there is a huge block in the middle and the left side, helping on that one for the Tigers. Jump float passed up by Nickerson. Set out left to Ball. Reardon with the dig. Rayfuse back to Broom. And that is a big play for Rayfuse and Broom. Vidikin with the jump float, that one going into the top of the tape. Jump float by Ball, passed up by Vidikin. Broom on the right, and there is a huge block from Nickerson and McGregor. Back to serve his Ball. That ball is passed up, set to the right. Broom with the roll shot to the pot. It is dug up and saved by Putnam. McGregor up there to block it. And that ball is passed up by Hodge. Free ball over. And there's a big swing cross court picked up by Reardon. Little joust at the net, and McGregor is going to win it. Ball with the serve. Set out left to Reardon. And she's going to swing high off of hands for that kill. And we're going to see a substitution into the match here now. Coming in to serve, Jackie Bright. Float serve. That ball passed up, set out to the left. Nickerson going down the line for the tip. Vidikin out left to Reardon. Reardon taking a tug on it, covering herself on the block. Putnam out left to Nickerson. Nickerson cross court, dug up by Bright. McGregor there to throw it down. Broom with the big dig. Canlin tipping it over. Nickerson swinging at that ball, and that one is going to go high off of hands. And back to serve here is McGregor. Vidikin with the pass. That ball set to Canlin in the middle. She's going to beat it through Fortunato's hands. And there you have it, folks, 25-20. The first set is done. One step closer to the gold medal. Don't go anywhere. They're just going to switch sides. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championships 2019 Weekend 1. This is the final game of the day on this court. This is the gold medal match for the 18U Tier 1 girls category. My name is Raisa Lalani. I've got the call for you, and I have a special shout out from the Tigers coaching staff. Head coach Alex Barrett wanted me to do a shout out on air for Katie, Anne Marie, and Ian, who are tuned in and watching. Hope you guys are having a great time watching. But now down to business. Cougars coming back strong with that first point, 1-0 after a tough loss in the first set to the Tigers. Back on the service line, here is Tanner. Float serve. And it is a service ace for Tanner. Tanner with a big serve. Hodge getting the first contact on it. Vidikin to the back row. Reardon with this swing, and it is going to go into the seam and score. And there is a jump float from Rayfuse. McGregor with the big swing, dug up by Hodge. Reardon with the back row attack, picked up by Nickerson. Bell now looking to go down that line, and that one just landing outside the boundaries of the court. And that is going to be a point for the Tigers. Back to serve, here is Rayfuse. That ball passed up by Nickerson. Set to Trevor's on the right. Dug up by Reardon. Broom on the right side of the court, hitting high off of the blocker's hands. And back to serve, here's Rayfuse. Jump float, that one hitting the top of the tape. That point going to the Cougars. Back to serve, here is Jessica Trevors. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle. And that swing by Merrick deep into the court. That is a Tigers point. 4 serving 3. Jump float. Ball with a big swing cross court, and that is going to score. Back on the line, Madison ball for the Cougars. Vidikin with the pass. That ball set to the middle. Merrick with the tip, and we're going to see a double contact called on that set. Back on the line is ball. And it is a service ace. Jump float from ball. Hodge with the first contact. Back row attack from Vidikin, and there is a touch on that one. That is a Tigers point. Back to serve here is Tara Merrick. That ball passed up by Wooten. Tip over from McGregor, and that is going to score. And we've got a substitution, Emma Fortunato, into the match here for the Cougars. McGregor with the serve. That ball's passed up by Vitikin. Hodge to the right. Broom with the roll shot into the pot, picked up by Ball. Nickerson going deep into the corner of the court, picked up by Hodge. Vitikin chasing it down. But that one is going to score for the Cougars. Serving the ball here is McGregor. Jump float. Vitikin with the first contact. Broom setting it up for Reardon. Reardon with the tip behind the block, picked up by Trevors. Fortunato turning it to one. A big dig by Rayfuse. Reardon with the roll shot. Put him out left to Nickerson, picked up by Rayfuse. Canlin with the tip over. And we are going to see a call on that set to double contact. That is going to be a Tigers point. Back to serve here is Megan Broom. Jump float. That ball passed up by Ball. Chased down by Putnam, but too much heat to handle on that serve. That's a service ace. Megan Broom back to serve. Jump float. That ball is passed up by Wooten. Putton with another save. Nickerson with the free ball into the blocker's hands. This time she's going to take a tug on it. Reardon high down the line and out of bounds. That is going to be a point for the Cougars. Back on the line here is Putnam. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle. Canlin with the swing deep and out of bounds. That is going to be a point for the Cougars. Putnam with the serve. Passed up by Vitikin. Rayfuse to Canlin. She's going to swing at that one to 5, and that one's going to go out of bounds on her. Back to serve here is Putnam. Hodge with a hand pass sent out to Reardon. Reardon taking a tug on it, but it is going to go into the top of the tape, and that is going to be a point for the Cougars. 12-7 here now in the second set. Cougars pulling away a little bit with Putnam at the line. And we're going to see a timeout called by the Tigers coaching staff. Both teams back on the court. Putnam back to serve here for the Cougars. That ball passed up and over, picked up by Ball. Nickerson going sharp cross, and that is going to score for the Cougars. Back on the line, here's Putnam. That ball passed up by Vitikin, set out left to Reardon. Reardon hitting high off of hands. Nickerson going high off of the blocker's hands, and that is going to score. And that is a service ace. And we've got a new player coming into the court. Here is Jackie Bright. Putnam back to serve. That ball passed up. Set to the right. Reardon with the roll shot down the line. Free ball over from Nickerson. Back to serve again. Here is Putnam. And it is a service ace. And we're going to see a timeout called by the Tigers side. Both teams back on the court, still serving the ball here, Maria Putnam. Float serve, that ball passed up by Hodge. Set in the middle to Canlan. Big dig up there by Wooten, but it is going to go into the net, and that is going to score. Back on the line here is Hannah Reardon. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Free ball over. Picked up by Hodge. Canlan turning it to one, and there is a big, big kill for the Tigers as they're looking to climb back into this second set. Back on the line is Reardon. 9 serving 17. And there is a service ace for the Tigers. Jump float, that one floating out the side of the court, and that is going to be a Cougars point. Back to serve, here is Nickerson. Jump float. And it is a service ace. That ball passed up. Set to the outside. Vidican with a big swing down the line, and that is going to score. Back to service, Canlin. And there's a big swing cross court, dug up by Canlin. Vidikin now going cross court. And a swing and the miss keeps that ball on the Cougars side. And there's a pipe ball to Broom in the back row. That ball going into the net. Back to serve here is Erica Rayfuse. And that one's not going to make it over the tape. Point going to the Cougars. Back to serve here now on the Cougar side. Subbing in is Hannah Huntley. Jump float. Passed up by Reardon. Merritt setting it to Vidikin, who's going to drop it in short. Ball with the swing cross court to Broom. Vidikin on the right going sharp cross court, and that is going to score for the Tigers. Back to serve here is Vidikin. That one's going to hit the top of the tape, and that is going to be a point for the Cougars. Jump float from Ball, passed up by Hodge. Merrick with the swing, that one hitting the top of the tape. That is going to be a Cougars point. Back to serve here is Madison Ball. Jump float. Hodge with a good pickup. Broom from the right. Wooten with the dig. Maddie McGregor throwing it deep to one. Broom taking a tug on it, a little off balance, and that one is going to go out of bounds. And that means the Cougars are going to take this second set. So, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to have a coin toss to see who gets the ball, and we are going to play a third set to see who are the gold medalists. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championship 2019 Weekend 1 here in Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Canada Game Centre. This is the last set of the tournament and it is going to decide who gets the gold medal in the 18U Girls Tier 1 category. Let's see how this goes. Erica Rayfuse setting it to Broom on the right, Broom with the save. Putnam going to Trevors on the right with the tip. Riley Hodge with the big dig. Broom going down the line and the Tigers are fired up. Back to serve here is Vidikin. Jump float. That ball is passed up by Nickerson. Trevors out left. Ball with the big swing into the block of Merrick. Tip over from McGregor. Broom with the save. Free ball pushed to 1. Ball with a big swing, and that one is going to get touched by the defender on the way out, and that is going to be a point for the Cougars. That ball hitting the top of the tape. And there is a service ace. Back on the line here is Merrick. Float serve passed up by Wooten. Putnam in the middle to McGregor. Back row attack from Vidikin. That one is going to land out of bounds. Point going to the Cougars. Jump float. That ball is passed up, set into the middle. Canlin with the swing high off of the blocker's hands. Back on the service line here is Broom. Jump float. And that ball was almost saved by Putnam, but that float too much heat to handle. Service ace. Broom back to serve. Jump float. That one hitting the top of the tape. And that is going to be a point for the Cougars. 3 serving 5 here. Back to serve is McGregor. That ball is passed up, set to the middle. And there's a big swing from Canlin with the kill. Reardon heading back to serve. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Putnam with a contact on it, but that is going to be a Tigers ace. Reardon back to serve. Jump float passed up by Nickerson. Set out left. She's going to go high off of hands, picked up by Hodge. Vidikin going down the line. Nickerson going down the line, picked up by Broom. Vidikin with the big swing over top of the blockers to 6, and that is going to score. And then we'll see the team switch sides as we are at 8-3 here. Both teams back on the court. Reardon back to serve. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Putnam setting it to the left. Nickerson hitting that one into the antenna. And we'll see a timeout called by the Cougars. Both teams back on the court. Serving the ball is Reardon, 9 serving 3. Jump float. And that ball is passed up, set to the left. Nickerson with a huge swing cross court to score. And we're going to see a substitution coming into the match here is Hannah Huntley. That ball passed up by Hodge. Canlin with a huge swing, but an even bigger block by Fortunato. And we're going to see a timeout here now by the Tigers side. That ball dumped over by the Tigers setter. Tigers keeping it alive. Nickerson with the cross-court kill, and now the Cougars are getting fired up after some impressive defense that is going to get the crowd going here at the Canada Game Center. Back to serve is Putnam. Float serve. That ball passed up by Vidikin. Canlin with the tip over. Huntley with the dump. That ball set out to the left. Vidikin high down the line. There's a touch from Wooten, but it is not enough. That is going to be a point for the Tigers. Canlin with the jump float. Putnam with the save. Fortunato swinging at it. Vidikin with the big swing out of bounds. And it looks like there was a touch on it. And the linesman did see it. That is going to be a Tigers point. We're going to see a timeout now on the Cougars side. Back on the line, here is Canlin. That ball passed up by Wooten. Putnam with a great save. And there's Vidikin with the big swing. That one gonna go out of bounds. Point going to the Cougars. And back to serve here is Nickerson. Jump float. That ball passed up by Vidikin. Set out to the left, and she's going to take a big tug on it off of the blocker's hands this time. And that is going to be a Tigers point. Back on the line, here is Rayfuse. And coming back into the match here is Trevors for the Cougars. Jump float. And it is going to trickle over the top of the tape. Service ace. (13 serving, 7 back on the line. Here is Rayfuse. Jump float. And it is a service ace for Rayfuse. 14-7 here. And this is for the gold medal. Perhaps on this serve, serving the ball, Erica Rayfuse. Jump float. And it is a service ace. The Tigers win the gold medal for your 18U girls Tier 1 category. A big congrats to both sides, the Cougars and the Tigers, for a well-fought battle in that third set. Well, folks, there you have it. The marathon is over for weekend 1 at the Nova Scotia Championships for Volleyball 2019. My name is Raisa Lalani. It has been a pleasure calling these games for you on behalf of 360 Sports. We're happy to